What happens when a creator tries to rage bait the entire internet? Well, in most cases, they end up like Lily Tino, who went from having the support of hundreds of thousands of people for their transition to becoming one of the most hated TikTokers of all time, and in many people's eyes, rightfully so. What started as a discussion on trans rights turned into them harassing minimum wage service workers to farm content.
Okay, the Sweetwater starts at, okay,
I'm so sorry, I apologize.
It's just always like a knife. It always hurts every single time.
Filming in women's bathrooms without others' consent, and discussing topics at Disneyland not appropriate for the children around them.
I think Disney's gonna ban me for this one. My corn dog is still intact. I'm not happy about that, but sadly it takes a long time to turn a corn dog into a inverted corn dog.
Lily Tino's spiraling TikTok career can only be described as a series of bad choices that alienated everyone, including the people that made them famous in the first place. They had every opportunity to scale back their antics, apologize, and promise to do better, but Lily Tino chose to double down until there was no one left in their support.
You know, I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm always going to be a confrontational person, but I think there's ways to do it that are not channeling the anger I feel at the world for hurting me. So to that end, I'm gonna take a break.
And now, they might even get banned from their favorite place on top of losing their career. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today, we're diving into the deserved downfall of Lily Tino, how they drew the anger of the internet, turned even their most loyal fans against themselves, and violated people's privacy so severely, it could potentially land them behind bars. But you know what's not behind bars? The subscribe button, which is why I can't understand why 76% of people watching my videos aren't subscribed. So please take a moment to subscribe and let's get into the video. Before they became the viral trans TikToker hated by everyone, Lily Tino was 27-year-old Nicholas Contino, who came out as a transgender woman to his boss and colleagues in 2020. Their peers were quite supportive and even encouraged them to share their transition with the rest of the world online. Lily took their advice and started posting on TikTok. What none of them realized, however, was just how effective this was going to be, as Lily Tino went viral with just their 5th video on the platform, with it getting over 9 million views. More importantly, the comment section of this video was filled with people offering their support to Lily. Over time, they also started calling themselves a food critic and began live streaming their experiences at restaurants. Lily Tino and their chat would also try to end most streams with a heartwarming gesture by pitching in to come up with a huge tip for Lily's server.
My audience came together and put together a little tip for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys so much. It's very sweet. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say.
Do you want to know how much it is?
No, I'm afraid to ask.
Do you want me to write it down for you?
Oh my god, you guys. That is so sweet. Oh.
So far, so good, but one of these wholesome live streams was about to become the starting point of their downfall. This incident took place at a cheesecake factory where Lily was enjoying a meal with their dog, when a woman next to Lily's table started confronting them out of nowhere, declaring herself as a TERF.
You know I'm a TERF, right? Trans-eccentric, radical feminist.
Are you a TERF?
I'm a TERF.
Wow.
A TERF, for those who don't know, is someone who identifies as someone that hates transgender people. And true to her label, this woman was out to get Lily in any way she could.
Oh.
Would you like me to move somewhere else? I will.
No, actually, you should tell me about being a TERF.
You're a boy, right? Don't fuck with me, because honestly, I did hard.
Lily ended up posting this encounter on their TikTok, which quickly became the most popular video on their account, and drummed up even more support for them, with comments like, "She thought she did something. I love your composure. I would have gone nuts." And "I'm so sorry. You handled this so well." However, as this video gained more traction, people started noticing some odd things about it, like the abrupt cuts in the video, which could have hid some of Lily's response to the woman that might have riled her up even more. Some even accused the video of being completely staged in its entirety, with a comment going into more detail about why it felt fake, stating, "The first video with the TERF screaming in the restaurant, it feels fake to me. Like the person going off screen and screaming out of nowhere. I'm wondering if this was set up by Lily. It would have been easy to have their mum or friend at another table, make a scene, and never return to that restaurant. That looked like a fancy place. No one is going to start yelling. They'd complain to the manager quietly." And while these comments faded into obscurity, they managed to sow the seeds of doubt into their viewers' minds. This eventually opened the door for even more skepticism about Lily's seemingly pure on-camera personality, though most people still gave them the benefit of the doubt. That is, until Lily started becoming a bit more obvious with their rage bait videos. You see, after the success of their video documenting the encounter with the TERF lady, Lily's content started making a subtle shift. They were still posting their food rating videos, but the content that was getting them the most views was their misgendering videos. In these videos, Lily would post incidents where restaurant staff and waiters called them sir, largely by accident, leading to Lily getting visibly upset and often complaining to the manager.
It looks like he's having a nice feast.
She, her.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
But it was not all good.
Hi. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not sir.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, like it's like a knife in the heart. I did specifically ask ahead of time not to be called sir.
On the surface, these videos seemed educational, designed to teach their viewers how it feels to be misgendered.
Did you call me sir? Hey, I just want to tell you that the person who gave me this called me sir.
What?
Called me sir.
Oh.
It's just like, it kind of just hurts a lot to get called sir.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay.
Very good. Thank you so much. No, yeah. Thank you. I'm not a sir. Nothing like a good misgendering. It is a knife in the gut when I get called sir. I feel like I need to tell him. I need to tell him that hurt. It hurts more though, and it's not intentional because it means like this is sir to him. I know you didn't mean it, but I'm not a sir.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I know you didn't mean it. It's just, it hurts. I know when people clock me, it's fine, but like it does kind of hurt. Thank you. I'm not sir.
Oh, sorry.
Not sir. Not sir. But the guy who dropped the food off, he called me sir twice in a row.
Okay. I'll let him know that, and
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But as more and more of them started popping up, their audience started getting visibly annoyed at their treatments of the waiters, with people commenting, "My God, you're so sensitive." And "Why speak with a manager and make people feel even more guilty for misgendering you? It's going to happen, get over it." People also pointed out that most of these workers are probably on a minimum wage working long hours, and judging from their accents, many didn't sound like English was their first language, so most of them probably didn't mean to misgender Lily Tino. Regardless of some pushback, these videos were incredibly successful at gathering attention from the internet, with the views on Lily's TikToks ascending into the millions. However, it wouldn't take long for this attention to turn into a curse for Lily, because some people saw how upset Lily got at being misgendered and decided to farm it for entertainment by openly taunting them in the public.
Is it a 10 out of 10, sir? I don't know what's exclusive.
Oh, would you like to show your faces?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to say that to the camera? Hundreds and hundreds of people watching you?
you right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no.
No, go ahead. You just called me a man. Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward.
And while many people were still on their side through all of this, they would all turn on them eventually when a disturbing discovery about their past came to light. In April 2024, a Twitter user by the name of Riley posted some screenshots of Lily Tino's disturbing Reddit posts and conversations from when they were 18, including Lily Tino's recounting of an inappropriate encounter they had when they were just 3 years old with another girl of the same age, and framing it as something erotic. There's also a Reddit post I found where Lily posted a picture doing blackface with Nutella, and when someone called them out for it, they responded with, "It's funny, geez, lighten up guys." These racist and straight up PDF-philic posts highlighted Lily's hypocrisy, considering how most of their popular content on TikTok was berating minimum wage workers for mistakenly calling them sir. Riley's Twitter post also featured a screenshot where someone was discussing how Lily had become desperate enough to try and recreate their Cheesecake Factory moment, and that they were going to choose Disneyland as the place to catch another turf and get them ejected for more attention. And while they might have been wrong about some details, their prediction about the stunt taking place at Disneyland was spot on, but even they couldn't have guessed how perverted the stunt was going to be. As during Lily's most recent trip, they decided to explain how sex change operations worked while sitting at a restaurant in Disneyland in front of children.
I'm gonna get banned from Disney. I swear, we're about to get banned from Disney. Last summer, I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel.
Naturally, Lily's audience were disgusted by this behavior and were quick to push back, with comments like, "This is actually gross, not a place to be talking about that stuff," and "This is disgusting. You could have done that in a million other places than a child's wonderland. You need to be banned and registered." But even if you disregard the fact that Lily is talking about this in Disneyland, wearing Disney merch and sitting in a public place that's surrounded by children, you can't ignore that they posted this video on TikTok, a platform that nowadays is also dominated by children. The controversy surrounding this video also made people rediscover one of their older videos, where Lily impersonated the wholesome kids character, Miss Rachel, presumably to attract children to the video and tell them about the same stuff.
Hi friends! Today we're going to talk about something super important, what it means to be transgender. It's a big word, but I promise that it's easy to understand.
And to say people weren't happy about this would be an understatement. The fact that you chose to only do this at an amusement park around kids tells me what I need to know about you. Lily even managed to turn a large portion of the trans community against them, with comments like, "Disrespectfully, you're the reason people hate us," and "No way you're doing this again. You harm our community so much by being so inappropriate as to talk about your privates and SRS at Disney around children. I do not and will never accept you in our community," getting thousands of likes. But the only thing Lily cared about by this point was to get as much engagement and by extension money as possible. Now, it's unclear if they were just being stupid or wanted to take things to the next level. What is clear, however, is that Lily's next stunt single-handedly marked the end of their career on TikTok. On the 2nd of June 2025, Lily would upload a TikTok titled Bathroom Tea, which showcased a slideshow of Lily taking selfies in every bathroom in Disneyland. The purpose of these images was to rank each bathroom in terms of safety for transgenders. But while Lily found most of them safe, the same probably couldn't be said for the other people in there. As a comment with over 300,000 likes states, "I felt safe. Girl, no one else did though, because in most of these selfies, Lily captured multiple other people in the background without their consent." Which wasn't just weird, it was potentially straight up illegal. One angry viewer threatened to report Lily to Disneyland so they could never step foot in one of their establishments again, writing, "Hey, so this is illegal in the state of Florida, and I am sending this, as well as your corn dog video, to Disney. I have already spoken on the phone with them about this, and they have requested the links for video proof," which also means you would be banned from Disney cruises, since you have made it known that that's the next trip you're going to beg other people to pay for. Of course, Lily took this entirely the wrong way, coming out with another TikTok where they tried to diminish their actions with a classic case of whataboutism.
Those Disney bathroom selfies got y'all real upset, huh? Saying, "Oh, Lily, you can't take selfies in the bathroom, it's not appropriate." Well, let me remind you that literally every celebrity you've ever enjoyed on screen has at one point taken a bathroom selfie. For example, And it's not just celebrities. Any woman you ever meet has likely taken a photo in a public bathroom. Why, you ask? Because we look cute and we want to document it.
And even tried to turn this into a trans issue instead of something they personally did wrong.
Easy answer here is, oh, Lily, you're a trans woman, so you get held to a different standard. And that is true. But people judge trans women differently depending on how well they pass. If you pass, that means you don't look trans. I know that I don't pass. Trust me, I know. But passing privilege is a real thing.
Lily Tino clearly missed the actual point of the criticism here. It wasn't about whether or not they should be allowed to take a mirror selfie because they don't pass. It's that Lily took these mirror selfies with other people in the background. People who probably didn't consent to having their face posted on the internet for everyone to see. Now, there's a good chance Lily knows exactly why they were being criticized, especially since the whole point of their ranking system was to show how, quote, safe these bathrooms were, meaning Lily was actually rating the people inside, not the bathrooms. But instead of shedding light on the real issue, they reverted back to their rage bait nature, trying to get even more engagement on their TikToks by crying about abuse. However, it backfired completely, with no one coming to Lily's support this time. But being shunned by their own audience was about to become the least of Lily's worries, because just a couple of days later, Lily was sued by at least 2 women for their pictures at Disneyland, one of which was the mother whose child appeared in the background of these photos. But even this was just the beginning of Lily's troubles, because as it turned out, this controversy reached the Florida Attorney General's office as well, prompting them to launch a criminal investigation into Lily's actions. If convicted, Lily could face up to 5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine under Florida's strict privacy statutes, which prohibits unauthorized photography in a setting where people expect a reasonable degree of privacy. Lily's rage baiting and degenerate behavior had finally caught up to them. They responded to the news on TikTok looking utterly defeated, though still in denial.
So the whole point of why I do what I do, which is create content, is to educate and to entertain.
And still clinging onto the victim card.
You know, I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm always going to be a confrontational person, but I think there's ways to do it that are not channeling the anger I feel at the world for hurting me. So to that end, I'm gonna take a break.
Since then, there have been no new uploads on Lily's channel, as they seem to be sticking to their word about taking a break, which Lily claims is for their own insanity, but it's most likely on the orders of their lawyers until the lawsuits can be resolved. Regardless of the reason, the internet as a whole couldn't be happier about them leaving the platform, just so they don't have to see Lily belittle any more underpaid restaurant workers, or watch them explain SRS at Disneyland. But as their story has reached more people, it has given rise to multiple theories trying to explain their reasoning for behaving this way, one of the most popular of which claims that Lily has just been cosplaying as a woman ever since they started posting on TikTok. This argument stems from the fact that it's been 3 years since they first started talking about transitioning, but there have been no noticeable changes in Lily's physique or their voice.
2007, if you went to a grocery store or a salon or anywhere that sold magazines, there was one.
They claim that this is just what Lily is into and they have no intention of ever getting any surgery, which might actually have some truth to it, since so much of Lily's content, even before these disgusting videos at Disneyland, revolved around them explaining why they haven't been able to get the surgery. It might be Lily's way of offering excuses time and time again, when in reality they have no intention of ever actually transitioning, just so they can continue to farm videos of people misgendering them accidentally. Another popular theory is that Lily's initial intentions towards their content were actually quite pure, but as they started gaining fame online, they became addicted to attention, resulting in Lily creating rage bait videos that gradually became more and more intense as time went on. As the theory goes, it started with their turf video that went viral.
You know I'm a turf, right?
And then progressed to all their misgendering TikToks.
Looks like he's having a nice feast.
She, her.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good.
Until finally evolving into their antics at Disney, which eventually got them pretty much kicked off the platform. Now, there's no way to actually prove which one, if any, of these theories is correct. But one thing's for sure, Lily's actions have managed to somehow unite the entire internet against them. Even the trans community and those who hate the trans community agree that Lily is exactly the type of person who gives trans people a bad name. At this point, it's unclear if Lily will ever return to TikTok, but considering that there's a petition with over 500,000 signatures to ban Lily from the platform permanently, along with a second petition to permanently ban them from Disney, which also has over 1,800 signatures, it's safe to say that the internet wants nothing to do with them. Just like Clara Dow, who lost her entire audience with one wrong decision after the other. Click the video on screen to find out more.